Good morning, nice and decent people. Good afternoon, good evening. Which part of the world you are forward from? Manners and respect every single time. Large and in charge. Appreciate you taking time out to check in on little old BBK Sports. I know the big boys them be on at this hour and that hour. I'm a respect on the time. I'm a respect on the viewership. You understand? Large and in charge. Big up to the people there. Fort Vale settings. Got my prediction a little off. I was expecting 3-0. Got a comfortable 2-0. Easy 2-0. Professional 2-0. We won't disrespect. We won't disrespect a professional opponent, yeah? We will say a professional performance from the boys. Second gear, one goal in first gear, one goal in second gear when they were feel like they were growing in the game. Because you can't fuck around with these League One and these championship sides, you know? That is the most eyeballs they're going to get on their stadium and on their players for the longest. Maybe they get a big FA Cup draw, maybe, but they take the opportunities when they arrive. So you can't take them lightly. Daryl Moore, most of us remember him from when he coached at, I think it was West Brom, whenever Slaven Village got sacked in like 2018 or somewhere around then. Don't remember the year, but, you know, good coach. Been around the block for a while. Thought he would have something for us. And after we scored in like the first minute, not the first minute, we scored early in the game. Oh, yeah, we're like, okay, this is about to be a rout. We are about to boil him in oil. And then the game, we were all over him in the first half of the first half. But then we kind of let them back in the game in that. But then we took control of the game again and let them back in it. And then we finished off the game. So professional performance for the boys. But we'll get back into the takeaways from the game in just a second after I pick up you absolute legends in the chat. Please hit the like as you are entering the stream, people, in case you forget. I know a couple of the other boys are live right now, so you might pop in and out the stream, which I get it. You know, I'm not naive to the game, but I respect it. Big up to Alvin, big up to Bluebird, big up to the Don, that is Darren Martin, large and in charge. Big up yourself, my brother. Make sure so you walk good out there and the Gideon's in. Slap up the like button anyway, as the man said. And the gangster is in. The assembled is here. Big up to the assembled. The assembled bigging up Darren. And we all know the LFC gangster calls himself the LFC monster. But he's the low-key LFC gangster. We all woken up after that. After you got a heavy dose of the anesthesia, yeah? That Arteta ball. You know, there was a Wenger ball, and there was Tiki Taka, and there's Pep ball, and there was even Ange ball. There is Arteta ball, you know. Arteta ball. There was a point yesterday in the game where we were doing long throws in that. Yeah. We were doing long throws in that away at Port Vale in phase 19. I chuckled for a little bit. I chuckled. Slap the likes as you enter. Yes, sir. If you were slapping the manager. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, BX Gunner. Slap the likes as if you were slapping the manager. One more slap for the boring goddamn football. Yes, sir. And what are we at now? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? This guy. Internet just decided that he wants to cut me off in the middle of bigging up Suge. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Big up Tyran in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. I couldn't be bothered to watch the game. It's an additional $10. What the? Listen, my brother. An additional $10 for Carabao games. Suge. Yeah. You saved your $10, my brother. You know? He wouldn't have been your best penny spending to watch that. Yeah? But big up to Suge every single time, man. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Love for the love every single time. You absolute boss. Now, let me get through a couple more other comments before I give my 2 cents on what on what LFC Monster called a Boarfest yesterday. Shit's freezing now. People, 1 second, because my damn comment section has frozen. Okay, here we go. What is this? What is this? What is this? The Assemble said, what are them attacking players can attack in this idiot system? The Assemble is just taking all my talking points, but I love it. So we're thinking alike. We're there. We are there. Couple more big ups. AJ, my mod. I'm claiming him. I don't care how many channels he mods for. My guy. Love for the love. Big up Nens. Bigging up AJ. Yeah. Channels in the chat. Luke Chapman's about. Big up to every single one. 14 locked in. Hopefully we got 14 likes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Big up Nems. Love for the love, my bro. Love for the absolute love. All right. Now, big up to Godfrey from way over. We got Such from down under, and we got Godfrey from way over. For that chloroform in a hanky. Yeah, it's a sleep aid. It's definitely a damn sleep aid. Now, into the game, right? Now, I got, I think, 9 of the 11 right in my starting lineup. I predicted the full back line rotation. Kepa, Skelly. I knew Calafiore, Timber, and Gabriel wouldn't play. If Hanky Pierre was fit, I'm sure he would have started for Saliba, and the partnership would have been Incapai and Mascara. But injuries forced him out. So it is what it was, right? Okay. Fair play. I knew Norgard would start. I knew Ethan would start. I also knew Martinelli would start. The 2 I got wrong, and big up to Scans, because yesterday he said it. That Saka and Eze would start. I was like, ooh, shit. Didn't see that coming. Did not see Eze and Saka starting. Saka in a Carabao Cup again. Didn't we see this last year against Preston North End and QPR in that? Like, I know he needs minutes, but at what cost? I'm sure everyone's heart was in their mouth yesterday when he went down. They're like, oh my God, he shouldn't even be on the pitch, right? Because Max was there and available. Now, I understand why he didn't play Max, but at what cost do you play Saka? And Eze. Eze started, opened the game up, and allowed us to be comfortable on the ball. Cool. Fair play. So 9 of the 11. So I wasn't too annoyed at the lineup. When I look at the lineup and I see Norgard as the lone 6, yeah, when I see Norgard as the lone 6 and 2 10s to the left and the right of him, I'm like, I'm here for this. But you can't have all that chest away at Port Vale for a League One side and then lock up shop at home against Man City in a game that we had to win. Where was the bravery then? I know you were going to flex the squad, but where was the bravery then? Because we dominated the possession the same way. I think we had like 80-something possession of the ball at one point. So we knew we were going to have the ball. So if there was ever a time that you only needed 1 DM, it would have been yesterday. And 2 10s, 81% possession. Okay, fair play. Now, one of the takeaways that I got was, it seems as though Marino and Norgard was in a competition to see who could make the most back passes. I swear. Why does, at this point, I actually believe that it's complete instruction from the manager why Mikel Moreno passes the ball backwards so much. There is no way, as an attacking player, you can have the ball running towards the goal of the opposition and you have runners and you cut it back. As a footballer, you see what you see and you see something beautiful. You got runners going towards the opposition goal with blistering pace and you cut the ball back. There were so many times that he slowed down our attack. But no one can attack. Yep. Brother, it was criminal. Carabao should give us a crate of the stuff to sit through that. Imagine that, yeah? The energy drink cup and the games lack energy. Well, our game lacked energy. But it was light work for the boys, wasn't it? Eze scored his first goal for his childhood club and didn't even take off celebrating. Man, just hey, dap, high five here, high five there. Calm, calm. Usual settings. This is what I do. But had that been again at the Emirates on Sunday, I'm pretty sure his celebration would have been a little more intense. Yeah, just a little more intense. Yes, sir. The assembly bringing up Suge, Godfrey, and Wahaha. Legends, dappings going on, man. Big up to Suge every single time. Think I'll see Suge later again because I'm on the Bruised Banana, which Shane at 8:30 UK time. Let's get it. I was about to get a huge pause there. 2K subs, one sub at a time. Surely. Yeah, we'll get there. One day we'll get there. That 2K is the next giveaway. Once we get 2K subs, we'll do the next giveaway. Yeah. But we will, inshallah, we will get there. Big up to 35 channels. Yeah. You're really gonna have to fight for me if you want to do 2, of course. Yeah. 5 channels, that is mad work rate. Hardest working mod on YouTube deserves a gift membership. And ain't it though? I wish YouTube would allow me to do it. But whenever they do the gift membership, it's just random. And I think if you're modded, you're less likely to get a membership because you have more leeway in the chat anyway to do stuff that others can't. So I think that's why, with all the gifting of memberships, is why AJ hasn't been gifted one. It's a weird one. But speaking of mod, speaking of mods, I just realized that Darren wasn't modded all this time. I'm just gonna skip you there, Nems, talking about my next. How did Diamond not start? Yeah, Diamond did not start because Saka had to get minutes, but hindsight 2020, it worked out. But brother, everyone's heart was in their mouth whenever Saka pulled up and I was like, oh shit, please God. As much as it would have been another nail in Arteta's coffin, we do not want that. Because we actually love the club. We are not willing to sabotage the club just to get the manager out. We want him to be sacked on pure lack of ability. Yeah? And the legend of a man, again, that is Suge, has gifted more memberships. Another round of applause. For Suge. Oh man, and that's the thing. See, now the studio is telling me who got them, right? So Adam the 25 Sides Football Corner views his second channel, Anthrop, and the catch up. Man don't even frequent the chat and they got him. But yeah, it's all good. AJ is more respected than most in these YouTube spaces, man. He's just a hell of a guy who works so hard for the cause, and we appreciate him. Like that they say in London. Like that. Man, like views and rants. Because Arteta cannot control him. That's it. Bang on. That is bang on. Because when he got onto the pitch, he looked like a footballer that's about his business. And let's be honest, Gyökeres should have scored. He should have had an assist. Gyökeres waited too long. And come on, Victor. Come on, Glock 9. Come on, Mister. Come on, Gyökeres. When you got that right there, I had the soundboard ready, my bro. I was ready. But you don't get in the playing the League One side, you're not gonna have that much time. So in the Premier League, you damn sure ain't gonna have. And if you're gonna take that much time, Victor Gyökeres, if you're gonna take that much time to hit the ball, you have to cut that back and send that defender to the shop because he closed you down. But he should have scored. That was a beautiful assist. Didn't even look. Gyökeres timed his run perfectly, but at the end, when you got on the end of that, you have to Ross it first time. Or that second touch has to take you into a position where you don't have to take a third and a fourth touch. And if you do find yourself that way, you chop that back, that defender's gone, and then you have a tap in with your left foot. But he should have had an assist. So shame on you, Vic. But we love you anyway. The Assemble said, question. Truthfully, have you ever witnessed so much predictable nonsense and he is still here? He's got these men hypnotized. All you do is want Champions League and lemons are key words. Yeah. So I woke up this morning to because you get added to these group chats with other Arsenal content creators, and the network grows and all that. And then I woke up to won't put his name out there and shit, but I think he's one of the more positive guys that usually come around, streams with the Waffle Don around Wednesdays. But whenever we win a game, day 18 hours to 24 hours later, man, we'll go in and put a whole Bible paragraph of how great Mikhail is and this and that. But whenever we drop points or whenever we lose, we can't find him. Mikhail is a winning manager. Win one. He wins games, but he doesn't deliver success. Like a predictable team can't win. We won yesterday just off sheer quality, the sheer quality of the squad. Port Vale did make it tough for us at times. But yeah, the predictability is the reason why people fall asleep. Because you know what's going to happen. It's like watching the same movie over and over again, isn't it? Like, as much as I love Training Day, one of my favorite films of all time, I can't watch it over and over and over again. I'll sit down with my nephews when they get of age and we watch this, but hey, watch this movie. It's an old-time classic. But I can't watch it. You know the plot. You know the build-up. You know the climax, the crescendo, all those words. It just doesn't work. What's worse, Diamond having a bad game or Saka getting a sort of injury? You got to play Diamond or Ethan place of Saka. You have to. Because Diamond is not going to develop and get better at football by not playing football. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tricky one. Absolute tricky one. Smash the like, says Nems. Running on the road for a bit. My packages have arrived. Hey, man, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Love for the love, Darren. Hope you have a good day, my bro. Monster, not his manager's eyes too much, like common sense. LFC says, Chelsea fans had it worse at least. Only had a 10 good minutes against Lincoln. See, I heard that. I didn't even see the Chelsea match, but I look at the analytics of the game. I see that they went down a goal and had to claw back, but they clawed back, so credit to them. Credit on the road. Had that been the red team for Manchester, I'm not sure they claw back. Big up to Gianni. Love for the love, bro. Hope you are good. Darren, I have 3 kits, but couldn't be bothered to put them on after these manager selections. Yeah, see the thing with the kits, I love the kits. I have the kits, but I've made the pact that I will not wear the kits, especially on stream, until we start winning. I wear the kits when I'm out. Even when I used to go kick ball before my ACL. Playing my kit. Everyone knows that it's full Arsenal. But I cannot bring myself to buy the kits every year and sit here and wear them on stream and promote this club when we're not winning. But once we start winning, I swear I'm going to be unbearable just like the rest of them. Love, bro. Love, love, love. Big up to Gunas Therapy. Positive Dan in the building. Hope you are good, sir. Big up to Ozzy in the building as well. The Assembly is beyond comprehension. You're playing Saka in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, the massive injury he had last season. 3 games, and these have long-term knock-on effects. Yeah. But I'm saying, we've seen it. This is his MO. We've seen it. Like, he did it against Preston North End, and I think a QPR last year. I'm pretty sure Gianni remembers. But he's done this. This is what he does. He's done this. So it's not new. And it's kind of like he will say stuff like he needed the minutes, but at what cost? At what cost? He had 45 minutes in the legs. So he played 45 minutes against City. I'm sure you can get an hour out of him at Newcastle, which is a much bigger game because you have quality cover there. Right wing is one of the areas like right back where we're actually covered, actually pretty covered. Suge again, man. Suge again. Goodness therapy. What on earth was that last night? Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta. The catch up is lurking. I see. Big up to the catch up, man. Big up to the catch up. BBK, I can cook you in the good. Hey, cook me all day, man. I'm a big boy, you know. I got thick skin. I can take it. Arsenal to win the next 7 games. Okay, people. It's not the realest good. This is definitely positive Dan. But here's the thing, positive Dan. Yesterday I put it in your comments as well when you were doing the build up to the game. I said the toxic and negative thing that's been applied to us and myself on this side of the fence, this guy, I have yet to predict an Arsenal loss this season. What did you predict going to Anfield? Did you predict a win? Because I did. Because I believe this team is good enough. If I didn't think the team was good, I have no reason to be upset at the manager. None whatsoever. But I actually believe the team is good. So when I believe that the team is this good where we can go to Anfield and win for the first time since 2012, the excuses are out the window. You know? And there is only one person that I believe why we didn't win at Anfield. And it rhymes with Brickell. And he doesn't play in the midfield. Yuck was lumbering towards goal. Yeah, he took his time. I didn't like that. He have to be, because you were brought on to kill the game off. You weren't brought on to get minutes. You are fit. You know? You just have to come in and kill the game off. Bring on the big guns. I just wish he had chopped that ball back and sent that defender way over there. And then tap it in and give us the celebration. You know? Joe Linton's on fire. Your defense is terrified. I thought you were about to type out the Eddie and Ketia song that Arsenal fans used to sing when Eddie scored a couple of goals in the first title charge. Yeah, remember that one? Your defense is in trouble. Your defense is in trouble. Yeah, so for this reason, I do believe that the midfield on Sunday will be Mikel Moreno, Zubamendi, and Declan Rice. To be out there battling with Thug J, Joe Linton, and Bruno G, because that Bruno G, he is a shithouse, you know. Remember it was like 2-3 years ago, man was just running around and throwing elbows at Jorginho and that. I was punching Jorginho in front of the ref. You know? He actually tried to throw that in the bin last night. He will throw it in the bin against Brighton. So we draw Brighton at home the week of October 27th. So we'll probably play on the 29th, that Wednesday, because I think we play Sunday. That weekend we would play on the Sunday. So we'll probably get the Wednesday game at home. Because right now, 16 teams remain. So that means we are quarters, semis. So we're 4 wins away from a possible trophy. Big up to the Waffle Don, Abs Raid. Love for the love, my brother. So we are 4 wins away from the first possible trophy. Because the home and away leg, you only need to win 1. So let's beat Brighton, get to the quarters. Yeah? We get to the quarters, we'll have Wrexham or Cardiff. Now, I want all the easy draws. All the easy draws, yep. I don't want any of the difficult ones until semi, maybe the final. If we can get an easy one in the semis, so be it. Just like Tottenham in the Europa League semis, if you can get Bodo Glimt in the semis, I'm here for it. So let's get Cardiff or Wrexham in the quarters and get like who's all left in it, like a Fulham or something in the semis, and whoever is in the final, I fancy us in the final. I fancy us at Wembley against anyone. Any single one of them. Please hit the like if you haven't already, people. Love for the love. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to Daza Smoked Ya. Big up BBK and everyone in the chat. Big up to Daza. Appreciate you. Glad the algorithm found you today. And our first lady is with us. Dana, big up to you. Tell us that you are well. We hope that you are. Watching paint dry is better than Arteta play. You know, someone says paint watches Arsenal dry. I think that was my brother Views that said that. Why does all of Arsenal players look like they've played 15 games already? Yeah, slow, lethargic in the build-up. Yeah, it's instruction at this point. It's control, pass the ball back, keep it. And it's not a a whole bunch of sideways and back pay passes is not really defensive, because those sideway and backway passes, when intercepted, is damn near an assist for the other team. You know what I'm saying? Dana says the only positive that is that Saliba is signing a new contract. Big up Bertha. So speaking of positives, we can talk about some of the positives from the takeaway. Negative as Tehran. Yeah. So positives, Timber was rested. Gabrielle rested. Max cameo, Skelly cameo. Max had man of the match performance, by the way. Speaking of man of the match, who was y'all man of the match? For me, it's between Skelly and Saliba. Yeah, a defender was the man of the match for me in a 2-0 win away. One, because they both had assists, and you kept a clean sheet. As they opened the score, and I hear a shot for Eze, but he only played what? He played like 70 minutes. Well, I guess, yeah, Eze, he can get a shot. I think he played like 75 minutes. That's enough. That's enough for a man of the match performance. Saliba solid in assists. Louis Skelly assist, nice little flick on. Gave us like a flash of what Arsenal football should be in the box. Quick, decisive action. So, clean sheet. It's one of them for me. Either Skelly or Big Willie. But yeah, Bertha's doing it. So here's the thing, right? While we're on this Saliba thing, Saliba signing a new contract. What was that pause about? What was that holdup about? Because we know it wasn't about the money. We knew he was going to get his money because we just gave money to Trossard for no reason. And this idea that the club is broke, no. There's money at the club. There's money at the club. He was going to get his money. So what was that pause about? What was that delay about? That delay was about because either, before I give my answer, can't believe I missed him while he's been in the chat this long. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 29th minute, our beloved E, the boss, Ross.
Maybach music.
Born stunner. I can blow money. Sipping when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the red.
Maybach music.
The Broad Street Bully of the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to E. Ross every single time, twice on Thursdays. Love for the love. Big up yourself, E. Ross. Big up your bomb-buckled self. Legend of a man. But back to the Saliba thing. What was that pause about? What was that delay about? Could it be? Put my conspiracy theorists hat on and put the energy in the air right now. Could it have been he wanted reassurances? Could it have been he said to Bertha, I love the club, I love London, I want to be here. My partnership with Big Gabby is second to none in the world. I am happy here. However, I do want to win. And if we don't win this year, I want assurances that we go in a different direction. And Bertha gave him the... Didn't say it out loud, yeah? Because, Rue might be bugged. My man might be wearing a wire in that. So he's just like, yeah, wink, wink. Showed him the gun, Italian mobster style. It's a non-contact handshake that, yeah, we don't win this year, we might move into a different direction. And even if we do win this year, we may move into a different direction. You know them ones. Big up to E. Ross, the boss, the Maybach music. Don, big up to you every single time. Daza handing out some daps. I'm here for it. What about Arteta making weird comments again in the press conference? Oh, shit. What did he say this time? What the hell he did? the LeBron fanboy is always around. But big up Nems. What the hell did he say this time? Because I don't read this press conference. I cannot do it, LFC monster. I can't do it to my ears and my eyes. It's toxic. Last night's display is superseded by the Saliba news. Arsenal's fan base is getting bitter and sweet. Yep, it's shit and sugar. Sugar and shit. Whichever one, yeah? They give you some sugar to take the taste out of your mouth of eating the shit sandwich of watching that dross. Big up to the Waffle Don. What's the purpose of bringing on Saka? The man looked haggard on the halfway line, injured. Yeah, he just. And when he went down, I don't know how you man felt, but my hands was on my head, like, not again. Because I know the sympathy bus is going to roll out, man. Why always us? If only, if only, if only. Like I said on yesterday's stream, people, the season of no excuses, injuries was included in that. Injuries cannot run this season. Nope. Not when they are avoidable. Before last season started, I had us 8 points after the first 5 games. Rah. So so I wanted 12. I wanted 12 because I thought we may have drew at Anfield, but the way the season started and the way we looked and the way Liverpool looked, I thought we could have got at Liverpool. But I'm not gonna sit here and say I expected 5 out of 5 and 15. I expected 12 out of 5. I didn't expect to lose to City because between those two, last year fixture we got 4 points. This year we got 1. Not good enough. Not good enough. So next 5. Talk to me about the next 5, Daza. Because the next 5, what we got? What we working with for the next 5? Next 5, we got Newcastle, West Ham, Fulham, Palace, Burnley. I smell W's. I smell dubs. You know, and the goats in the building, you got to be talking about our brother E. Ross. Big up, my brother. I was waiting for you to start. Brother, I didn't even see that you were live. I didn't even see that you were live, my bro. Big up to you, the Waffle Don. I just woke up and came straight on, my bro. Because it's just hit 7 a.m. Waffle in the house. I thought the lineup had enough attacking players yesterday, but it was still struggling to stay awake and watching that. Mikel is just stubborn and won't allow the players to express themselves. Yeah. So, you know, that part of me is thinking now, okay, this is why the players are getting injured. Because they're not training. They're not training during the week. During the week, they're just doing sprints and a whole bunch of high-impact activity on their knees, on their calf, on their hamstring. That's why they're getting injured, because they're not training. Because there is no way you can work on training all week long and then have to do what he does on the sideline, telegraph every pass against the League One side. You mean to tell me with the quality that you put on the pitch yesterday, you can't give him the tactics to say, this is how we're going to play and go sit down? Nope. He's out there up and down. Like the Port Vale coach wasn't as animated, and he had more to deal with. He was under more stress because he had to chase the ball for 80% of the game. So what are these men working on in training where they have to come out and listen to instruction from minute 1 to minute 95? Does that make sense to us? It doesn't. Monster, what comments were there? Yeah, I want to hear the comments because I want to hear what he says now. And I kind of like it when you man tell me, because you man get straight to the point, you know, very concise, cut out the waffle and give me the gist of it, because I just can't read through all that waffle, I swear. And I don't even want to listen to him talk because his voice annoys me. Everything he says makes no sense anyway. Telling everyone who will listen, hypnotized. Yeah. We should be going to Newcastle and winning, seeing Saliba signed also. Yeah, wins. I'm looking wins. I am seeing wins. I can see Arsenal 1-0. I can see that. I can see 2-0. You know, something about attacking goalkeepers and being the best attacking team out there. Have to watch the clip again. Fully remember attacking goalkeepers. Kepa. Did someone ask him about Raya's passing, which is, you know, far from being attacking goalkeepers and that, but you know, most of the times Raya kicked the damn ball out of bounds anyway. I went and watched the Anthony show after Arsenal scored. Hey, you men have to answer for the crimes against that boy, because he's doing well in Spain and could not control a ball out there. It's calling a game boring, complaining. It is the top winners. If you say anything other than Mikel is the greatest, you're complaining. Anything other than, yeah, unless you praise and glaze, you are complaining. You cannot criticize, right? You cannot suggest any kind of improvements. You know, like those restaurants, yeah, that have those suggestion box that you can help give give tips to make the business better. Not even just restaurants, any kind of business that is based in customer service, have like a suggestion box. That's why they send you surveys and that. Criticism. but it's complaining if it's boring. Like you're just supposed to sit there and yawn. Like I said on yesterday's stream, when they tell you to get behind the team, what they're telling you to do is just go suffer in silence. You can be mad, just don't say anything. Unless you are praising and glazing, they do not want to hear what you got to say. Big up to my bro views. Love for the love, bro. Manners and respect every single time, my brother. We got the second goal and didn't bother to go for more. We passed sideways and backwards, not to concede. So frustrating, fed up with the manager. I think Ethan had a shot in the 90th plus, put some power behind it, but it unfortunately was straight at the keeper. But other than that, it was, yeah, let's pack it up and get up out of here. You know, and that's like Brighton went to Barnsley, put 6 past them and be like, we're a Premier League team. You're not. Hold that. Big up. Do you still find out that our defense is that good? What I've seen so far, it's not that good. Teams are easily getting into our box. The defense is good. I think this defense, they have another level that they go to when the competition is that of a certain caliber. It's kind of like chess, right? I don't know if any of you man play chess, but sometimes when you're playing chess, you play down to your level, right? A guy that taught me how to play chess years ago, a guy named Patrice Gresham. This guy is a chess extraordinaire. He taught me how to play, and I could never beat him. He taught me how to play in like 2003, and we would play. When we were in the desert, we had a lot of time on our hands. You know, you bring your chessboard, and we play chess. Right, and I could not beat him for like 6 years. But when he played against me, who he taught to play, he would play down to a certain level, right? And I would get close in the games, but I could never beat him. But once I finally beat him in 2009, we're in 2025, and he still hasn't beat me back. Yeah. But when I play against someone who's not at my level, I can see the levels drop. So they were part of it. It's just human behavior in it. Arsenal players knew they were better than these bunch, and they didn't really exert a whole lot of energy. That's just for the other team. Don't let this manager hear that. He'll start saying that we're controlling the game 100%. That's just for the other team against a new stat. Yeah, because Mascara almost had one. If they assembled, if you remember, if you were asleep, if you had popped up out your nap after they put you to sleep with the anesthesia football, there was a time when Mascara would try to do a diag and it got intercepted. He gave it away, almost gave an assist. By the way, if you haven't already, go watch Diego Gomez 4 goals for Brighton. The third goal should win a Puskas Award. Yeah, the banger. Yeah, the banger. Yeah, I saw that. It was crazy. Yeah, he had some good ones. Yeah, man. Big up to E-Ross, brother. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Got 23 locked in. Hopefully, we're close to 20 likes. I fell in love with Arsenal for their freestyle of play. I don't know what I'm watching anymore. So, Dana, I feel for you. Because if you fell in love with Arsenal watching Arsenal play the Arsenal way, you hate this shit. There is no way. Because this is the complete opposite. You know? This is the complete opposite of what you like. Oh, my days. You ain't lying. Yeah, most people did. So many people. It's kind of like how Ronaldinho made so many people love the game. There were people who had fallen out of love with football that he brought back, the Gaucho. Many, many people became fans of Arsenal Football Club because of the way we played football. It was beautiful to watch. And even if we weren't winning, you would watch the beautiful football. You liked what you were seeing, and aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing. But now you went from that to this, talking about from sugar to shit. Big up to Mateo. What you saying to us, bro? Tell us that you are good. The most two famous words are the most two welcoming words on this side of the world. Everyone agrees with Dana. The 2022-2023 season of football and the 2023-2024 was great, but no trophies. I'd argue that the 2023/2024 season is when it started. We didn't start that season well. We actually started playing good football when we got back from Dubai and started blitzing teams. But we could start to see the shift that went into 24-25. But the football became insanely worse after these 2 seasons. I truly believe if Arteta had 5-6 years experience, he would have won. He's got him now. He's got the 6 years experience, so no excuses for him. Before Arsenal took in Arteta, they should have let him go to a couple of clubs for experience. He's insanely inexperienced and shows because he crumbles under pressure and overthinks too. So I do think there is definitely something there, Mate. I do think because he has been here and he's built this team to this level that the pressure on him is intense more than it would be another manager. So for example, another Arne Slot, another manager just like Arne Slot comes to this Arsenal team that he has not built, has no emotional attachment to. The pressure will be there because it's Arsenal, but the pressure won't be as great. Yeah, but it is. Big up to the catch up. Yeah, just got gifted a membership. You have Suge to thank. Suge just be spreading the love, mad love. But big up to the catch up. Big up to Catch. Big up to SB. Hope you men are good every single time. Manners and respect every single time. 10-4. Big up. Welcome to the community, my brother or sister. Maybe we can get a proper manager and demote the Lego to a defensive coach. As I said, I reckon a draw at Newcastle, but 4 wins considering the new teams might get caught out again. Yeah, I'm going 5 out of 5. We need 15 points from the next 5. Newcastle, we have to win that. West Ham, put Graham Potter out of his misery. Fulham, tough one. London, tough one. But I expect that we have enough. Palace, the Eze Derby, and Burnley, newly promoted side. Yeah, we have to put them to the sword. So, I'm expecting 5 out of 5. Big up the Rasta Stocks. People, make sure that you are subscribed to Rasta Stocks. Resident Man United fan. Good dude. Good brother. Not an Amarim sexual. Holds the club accountable. High standards. Man of the people. Big him up every single time. Remember this idiot brought speaker boxes. Even the coaches trying to help string up the boxes are watching him sideways. So all this craziness that he's doing, right, wouldn't be a sideshow if he actually won. Like Ross and Wahaha in the chat who know, like the basketball heads in the chat who know Phil Jackson, right? They call Phil Jackson the Zen master because he used to do a kind of craziness to motivate Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, because he had the best players who knew they were better than everyone. So he had to come up with other ways to motivate them to play at their level. So he used to do a kind of crazy shit that if you read his books. But none of it mattered. It doesn't make headlines because he has 9 championships, right? Three beats, right? So none of it matters. But the problem is Arteta is doing all the light bulb fuckery, and it's not happening. It's not. Suge gifted you a membership, my bro. You have him to thank. So wherever you see Suge in anywhere in the YouTube space, just big him up. Big up to Brett. Hope you are good, sir. Terrible performance last night, he says. We agree. We all agree that the performance was less than flattering. Try finding the course, but failed. Potts reacted to it, though. I saw the clip of Arteta. Yeah, I just can't do those reactions, man. He's going to annoy me. I just can't let him get me worked up. Whenever the team is on the pitch, I support the team on the pitch, but win the damn game. Like I said, I have yet to predict an Arsenal loss this season. Will I at some point during the season? Probably. I'm not crazy, but in every game that we've went into this season, I legitimately believe that we were favorites to win or could have won. So that's why I'm upset. Newcastle will beat Arsenal at the weekend. Oh well, tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for the warm up. With me and the Waffle Don, 4 p.m. UK time, prediction show, that game and a couple of the others. But I don't think Newcastle beat us, but I will save my score for tomorrow. Big up to Jack Line, Mashira. If Arteta starts Marino and Trossard on Sunday, I swear I will lose. I swear we lose on Sunday. Well, Trossard, no. Trossard, I hope not, but Marino will start. Marino will start because Eze will not be in the midfield. The only reason, let me rephrase and preface it this way. The only way Marino doesn't start is if Odegaard is fit. And I think Odegaard will be in the squad. I don't think Odegaard will start. I think he will play though. But I do think that midfield, if someone wants to bet, if I was taking bets, I would bet it's the exact same midfield that started at Liverpool, at Bilbao, and against City. because Madueke is injured, so Saka goes right wing. Trossard has a stinker when he starts. Martinelli has stinkers when he starts. So Eze goes left wing. So it's Gyökeres, Eze, Saka front line. And he knows he has to start Eze because Eze saved his ass a point on Sunday at City. So he has to start him. Eze opened the score yesterday. So he has to start. But he is going to start him on the left. Midfield will be the three fridges fighting it out with Thug J, Joe Linton, and Bruno G. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't support Arsenal, but why can't Arteta be sacked already? He's protected. He is the most protected manager. I don't watch most of the matches anymore, I'll be honest. Yeah, I watch them all. I cannot not watch. And that's the part that that burns. It's like you're poking yourself in the eye. Love the pass Max gave Gyökeres already. We should do that. Yeah, Gyökeres should have scored. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I said it. He should have scored. That should have been an assist for Max. One-time pass. Quick football. Who knew? It works. Because if he takes the touch, the defender gets online and can cut off the path of Gyökeres. But that's a smart, intelligent young footballer who knows where the ball needs to go before it comes to him. Can you see Martinelli making that pass? Nope. When have we ever seen Martinelli do a one-touch pass? No, never. Because making a one-touch pass requires you to read the game. Making a one-touch pass like that requires you to know where the ball is going before it gets to you. Whenever the ball gets to Martinelli, he controls the ball, then thinks about what he's going to do with it. That's the hallmark of a low-IQ footballer. Martinelli instincts only kick in when he's running towards goal. Like against Real Madrid last year. Yeah? Like against Man City on Sunday. Like against Bilbao last week. That's when he's good. When he doesn't have to think. No reading to do. Big up to them. Big up to them, boy. Love some dappins going. Some dappins are going. But tell you, inexperience 6 years later or lacks every manager's fundamental number one requirement. Common sense. Yeah, at 6 years on the job, you're not as experienced as the big dogs, the Klopps and the Marinos and the Peps, but you're not a rookie. You're not Vincent Kompany, right? You're not a novice anymore. You have some. If you're driving trucks for 6 years, in year 6, you're a hell of a better driver than you were in year 1. This is not limited to football. In any walk of life, you have 6 years of experience. That's a lot of repetitive hours. I even think even in aviation, I think 6 years in a first officer seat will give you enough hours to be a captain to command an aircraft. So 6 years on the sideline, he's no longer a novice. So we have to, tighten the screw a little bit on him. You know what I'm saying? We will be there, AJ. We will be there. 100 BBK, Phil Jackson, best basketball coach ever. And he used to do the stupidest shit. Like, go watch some of the documentaries on that guy and how he used to motivate Michael and Kobe. He even said Kobe was uncoachable at one point, and he still got through to him. Telling you he's got the whole club hypnotized. I've seen so much nonsense being done by anyone in the club. This is out. Look at the players. Look at the players' eyes. There is nothing in them. Yeah, because the players know that they just want to go play. All the extra stuff that he's doing on the sideline is completely unnecessary to me. If you pick the team, you give them the instructions, and you go sit down. If you see something you don't like, then you correct it. But from minute 1 to minute 95, you're doing it's just too much. It's the overcoach. It's overcoach and underperforming. I think Arteta has told Eze, Gyökeres, and Saliba that they will have a new man. Yep, Bertha. Yep, I agree. That's what I touched on this earlier, 10-4. I was like, yeah, the delay in the Saliba's contract was assurances. Hey, if we don't win this year, we have to go in a different direction. Even if we do win this year, a different direction may be needed. Just need to suffer one more season, then we explode. That's it. Suffer one more season. The Arsenal fans laughing at our game against Newcastle going to find out St. James's Park ain't easy. I mean, they should know. Unless they're living in the moment, they should know because we haven't won there in 2 years. The last time we won there was the first failed title charge in 2022, 2023. When and Odegaard was in form and scored a screamer from about 25 yards out, low and hard in the right corner, beat Nick Pope. And then Martinelli had, I think Martinelli got credit for it, but it was an own goal by, I think it was Shaw or Botman. He hit it hard off someone and it kind of just fell into the net. Almost there, my bro. Almost there. I got about 4 more months. 4 more months, and then I'm home free. But I'm in transition. After the Liverpool game, I'm honestly done watching Arsenal, man, until Arteta is sacked. I hear you. It pissed you off that bad. I get it. Because I was too, bro. I was too. I looked at the game. I looked at the City game, the Bilbao game, and I'm like, if I had hair, if I had a full head of hair, I'd be a bald man. Because it's just change the gear, bro. You remember if you man learned how to drive cars like way back in the day, before everything automatic transmissions were standard on cars. And you were learning how to drive when the engine is begging you to change the gear. No, just change the gear, bro, and go faster. Let the car run smooth. Big up the Jagans. Understand, respect, my brother. If you were Saliba, do you put in a release clause in the contract, in the new contract? I wouldn't mind it. And it might sound crazy because I love Saliba, and here's why. If you put a $120 million release clause in this contract. If someone came and triggered that means Saliba is performing at the levels, because no one triggers the release clause of a player who's playing shit. So he's playing at the levels, and just because he signed a new contract doesn't mean that he can't be sold. Yeah, you sign a new contract. That's how Aston Villa got $100 million for Grealish. He signed a new contract and was sold for $100 million. This is why most Liverpool fans were upset at Trent. They wanted him to sign a new contract. Then he could have been sold to Real Madrid. Is that not why? Or am I getting that wrong, LFC Monster? But I thought that's why most the fans were upset at Trent. Then for when he sacked, who do you want as your next manager? Let us know, 10-4. We haven't seen a pro have a field of vision of a 3-foot cone in front of him like Martinelli in a long time. Yeah, he's just one way, which is not bad in some sense. Like if you're Gyökeres, right? He's very tunnel vision. When Gyökeres is in the box, he has one thing in mind: where is the goal? Right? He is not the kind of guy that does the foreplay thing. He doesn't pull out the chair. He doesn't kiss around the net. He goes straight for the draws. He just going for the kill whenever he get into the box. That's what he does. That's his game. Given the transfer contract sagas we've seen this summer, would make sense to put one in. I'm not hung up on the release clause thing. My thing with Arsenal is Arteta talks about evolving and adapting, and when it comes to the football, but never humble to evolve and adapt when it comes to his style of football. Yeah, and he doesn't really adapt to the game at hand, right? He goes into the game with one game plan and just sticks to it. This is how we're gonna play today, and but the game, if you decide you're gonna play a certain way, and then the game is unfolding a different way, you adapt to it. You must, and it doesn't mean you have to change the personnel. Like you can actually still start Moreno, Zubimendi, and Rice and actually play attacking football. You just have to tell them to pass the damn ball forward. Like, I legitimately was like, how many back passes is Moreno going to make today? It was only at least on 3 occasions he had the ball in spaces with runners and played the ball backwards. So I'm saying it has to be instruction. He has been told to do that because instinctively you're running toward. So you're just making the man them run for nothing on the wings. If you make man run for nothing, when you need him to run, they won't be there. Keep watching this guy sabotage the club. Why? Give me 10 minutes with this jackass at my father's belt. He won't come good. He'll come by force. Either way, he will come good. Yeah, I love that. Yes, I love that. He's constantly doing this thing over and over and over again and doesn't learn from it. Oh, man. Big up to Rich 99. Rich been busy No, Rich is working that night shift and that, and still finding time to put streams in. Big up to Rich. Glad to see you back around these parts, man. We missed you. Love. Big up. Big up. Yo, Jenna. Big up, man. Big up. Let us know what your thoughts was about the game yesterday and the Saliba contract. Bertha will sack Arteta this summer. Yeah, and the thing is, they might even pretty it up. They might pretty it up and say, hey, we're mutually parting ways, blah, blah, blah. You know, Mikhail has been at the job for 6-7 years. He has built the squad and it's taken a lot out of him, and he's taking some time to go spend with the family. Okay, cool. That's the kind of PR that I want. I'd appreciate that type of PR. You give him some of that and you get him on. Yeah, you get him on. But yeah, there was positive. There were positives from the game yesterday. Yeah, Timber rested, Max cameo, MLS cameo, man of the match performance from Skelly and Saliba. Cool. Well, we need improvements. Need improvements between Marino and damn Odegaard and Norgard. Pass the ball forward. Way too many back passes. Way too many back passes. And Saka should not have played. Those are my biggest takeaways. Other takeaways was, okay, don't do this craziness, Arteta, where Trossard scores and then, I must start him against. No, do not do this. This is what he does. I have a special disdain for people who ignore evidence. Don't ignore the evidence. The evidence says Leandro Trossard is a impact sub and he's really good at it. So make that work for you. Take advantage of him coming on against tired legs and banks, because damn near more than half the time he comes on as a sub, he impacts the game positively. When he starts, not so much. Not so much. So just let it be. They're not, he scored, I got to start him. No, him and Martinelli impact subs. Let them come on against tired legs at Newcastle, St. James's Park on Sunday. It might work. Yeah? You let Martinelli come on in the 78th minute, 75th minute with his speed and pace and outrun Big Dan Burn. But for the majority of the game, you need Eze. You need Eze on that pitch, making them man think, because they know he can unlock. They just seen him unlock a low block Man City in the 93rd minute. Pressure moment. Game on the line. That pass had to be perfect. That pass had to be spot on. Over hits, Donnarumma gets it. Under hits, Ake clears it out. We lose that game. He rescued a point, snatched it. Big up to him every single time. That guy did his thing, and he must start. That's who you reward with a start, not the impact sub. So he was taken off in the 80th minute yesterday. Okay. If he wins us the game and needs to be taken off in the 80th minute at St. James's Park on Sunday, I'm here for it. Calm. Portville prove Arteta is the clown and needs to go. The people who hired Arteta have been relieved of their duties. Lewis, Edu, this is the last season if he doesn't win a major. Bertha will sack. Hey, the support structure is what I call it. The Lewis and the Edus, all of his support system is being pulled out from under him. So he's the last one. And I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Who do we get? Don't even care at this point. Someone else. Someone else who can overcome these injuries that we're getting. Because at the end of the day, it can't be, Vinay is also gone 10-4. Yeah, that's true. Because what we need is a manager who can win in spite of the injuries. Not a manager who's going to use the injuries as an excuse why we don't win when we don't win. Now, on this side of the fence, I disagree with most people. We agree on most things, but I think only Views and I are on this. But most of the guys who are Arteta out, even the catch up, SB and them man want the major. They want the Premier or the Champions League. Cool, Premier League, Champions League. I am happier than a pig in shit. But if he does a domestic double, I'm happy. I'm calm. 2 trophies in one season. Very happy about it. Of course I want the Premier League champs. Those words can be twisted to say something I didn't say. But now that we're final 16, we're 5 games away from winning the first trophy of the season. So lock in. You got the big squad, the best squad. You have to make it work for you. A season of no excuses. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. or I'm excited about the last part of this statement, this comment. Bertha will sack. Because we have to go into another direction. We can't do the same thing. You think the new contract for Saliba accepted because Bertha could have told him? Of course, he gave him the wink. Because I really think part of Saliba's delay was that he wanted that reassurance that in the event that we don't win something, now whatever that something is to Saliba, we don't know. But he might have big dreams, champs, prem. But for me, I just want to see my team lift a damn trophy this season so I can sit here and do my streams in my kits instead of this tired old hoodie. His support system, his walls of protection. James Bond is on smoke today. His walls of protection. Yeah, the buffer. The buffer zone, the henchmen who are surrounding him and be like, yeah, stroking his ego. The people who are telling him that Moreno, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice is the best midfield to go out and beat City, or to beat Liverpool at Anfield, or to beat Bilbao. No, it's not. It's not. And it proved that it didn't work. And then they doubled down and did it again and did it again. And they're going to do it again on Sunday. No one there has the chest, the fortitude, the gall to say to him, bro, you may need to change that up. Eze is unplayable and you have to start him. You absolutely must have to start him. AJ says, I want Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, or dare I say Rene. Dare you say Rene? I'm here for it. But, I'm hearing this whole Zidane is waiting for the national team job. Nah, you make him an offer. He's waiting for the job. Okay. That French job isn't going anywhere. How old is Deschamps? He's very old. I know he's older than Zizou. So that job will be here. So even if Zizou came here for 3-4 years, that French job will be here when he's done. And if you can pay Mikel Arteta, 15 million a year. Zidane never made that at Madrid after winning 3 Champions Leagues and how many league titles and how many other cups. He never made that. So if you can pay Mikel 15, you can pay Zidane 18. He's not turning out $18 million for the 18 million pounds for the French job. No, I don't believe that. Imagine Zizou with this bunch. Imagine him getting the best out of Eze. I think he would. Imagine him getting the best out of Saka. This defense behind them. Getting the best out of Gyökeres. I'm here for it. So, make him an offer. If he turns it down, whatever. Make the offer to Enrique. Fuck it. Make him the offer. Maybe he wants the challenge. Maybe he wants the challenge of being the only manager to win a treble in 3 different countries. Not saying that he would have, but the challenge is there. The opportunity is there. He did it in France. He did it at Barca. Can he do it in England? Pep did it. Do it. Offer him a challenge. Semifinals in the champs last year. 2 points off the league title the year before that. Semifinal in the EFL Cup. Squad is there. Make him an offer. If he says no, he says no. Shoot your shot. Exactly, says Wahaha. Make Zidane an offer he can't refuse. Told United fandom the same thing. Who cares if he plans to take over France? Plans can change, and they change all the time. All the time. We think Bayern Munich had Vincent Kompany in their plans. They didn't. They had no 50. They didn't have no damn plans. Thomas Tuchel, you lost the league title to Leverkusen. Nah, we're gonna move into a different direction and give someone else a chance. And if Kompany had won the league, they would have moved him on and gave someone else a chance. Statistically speaking, 20 years, 2025, go back 20 years to 2005. Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid have sacked the most managers in that 20-year span. They've also won the most trophies collectively. So this idea, you can't keep sacking managers. Yes, the hell you can. Yes, you can. And you should. You should. Yeah. Keeping the same manager for 6 years and not winning. is more risky to me than sacking and sacking and sacking. Because the squad is there. The squad is there. Yes, then we can tap into the French market once again. Facts. Facts. That French market, it's deep, it's thick, it's rich. You see how hard Ekitike is fighting to get to the French squad. Any other country, he starts for them. But that front line has a Ballon d'Or winner in it now on the left side and Mbappe up front. Those are the two positions that he is best at. So that's why he wants to play so badly. That's why he's looking at Isak and was like, yo, this guy comes and scores in the first half. I'm going to score this tap in and take my shirt off and get a red card so I can remind y'all who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's on. We got the Jagans. Incidentally, what logo is on the hoodie, or is it a company gear? No, it's shit. So, ooh. So this is the Eagle Rising. It's called the Eagle Rising. It's actually the logo for the United States Army Warrant Officer. It's an eagle. That's what we wear as our crest, right? So the dots represent the rank. Chief Warrant Officer 1, Chief Warrant Officer 2, Chief Warrant Officer 3, Chief Warrant Officer 4. 4 dots. But the eagle is our symbol. So I got like 1 million of these. So that's why I wear most of these on stream. I don't really wear the the kits yet, but I want to start wearing them, man. I got 2 drawers full, and I do want to wear them. Enrique just signed a new contract for 10 million. Arteta's on 15. Get Enrique or Flick for 12 million. Yeah. So last year, when I made I researched a stat when I went on the Bruce Banana, and I told the man, and they didn't believe. When I told them that last season, I chose these 3 managers for a reason. Onslaught, Eddie Howe, Oliver Glasner. And then I put their salaries on one side and Arteta's salary on one side. Those 3 managers, all 3 of them walked away with trophies last year. The Premier League, the FA Cup, and the EFL. And their combined salaries was 14.8 million. So Arteta, who hasn't won anything in 5 years, made more money in 1 year than the 3 managers combined who all walked away with trophies. And I was using those numbers in a hyperbolic sense to make a point that stop talking about Arteta like he is some rookie or novice. Because if he was, we should pay him as such. That he needs more time, that he needs more experienced people around him and all this shit. Okay, if that's the case, let's pay him as such. Let's pay him like a little manager if we're going to treat him like one. You're going to pay him like a big boy, we're going to demand big boy results. Nah, I ain't. I ain't 56, man. I was yesterday. Jam Boy hit me with what was it yesterday? Tuesday. Jam Boy hit me with 55 on the birthday stream. So I was like, nah, why stop at 55, man? Let's go to 56. Just going along with the joke. But yeah, I'm nowhere near that yet. I'm not 50s yet. I'm still a little level below that. Good afternoon, good morning. It's morning, Hendo. Big up to you, my girl. And all watching late show, YouTube messing about with the notifications again. Didn't know you were on. Hey, man, it's all good, man. It's all love, Hendo. As long as you check in, my bro. As long as you check in, and I appreciate you checking in. Manners and respect every time. But the French market is just from a farmers league. Some of not even just the French players, so to speak, but the players that played in France. Like Bernardo Silva played at Monaco before he came and did bits in the Prem. So there's lots of talent in that French league. I know most Arsenal fans would take Barcola on our left wing right now. Yeah, man, big up to Hendo. This dumbass ownership will offer Zidane less than what they gave Arteta. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That would be something they do. They will do that to make sure he doesn't come. Yep, they will do that. Be like, hey, we tried to get him, and then the story will break later that hey, they tried to lowball him. Man got 3 Champions League medals, and you're trying to nah. And then the Arteta lovers will call it, hey, he's doing pocket watching. Nah, it's not pocket watching. It's called knowing your worth. How do you have 3 Champions Leagues making less than the guy who's never won it? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Nah. Bro, I Googled Arsenal attacking coach and we have none. Set piece coach. Yover and Hines is helping with attack. Big joke. Yeah, so it's a case where he just have to just trust the players and let the players play in it. Trust the players, let them play. Because I don't think these boys need all that instruction to beat Port Vale. I'm sorry. And I mean that with all the respect. You know, with all the respect. I don't expect you to Port Vale, you know, a League Two side, a League One side. Are they League One or League Two? I think they're League Two. League One. Whatever. They're not even in the championship. So I don't want to hear that craziness. Yeah? We shouldn't need all that to beat Port Vale. Big up Hendo, man. Hendo getting bigged up by E. Ross. This man is going on like he's abstinent. He comes over like he hasn't heard no before. Oh man, he hasn't heard no, stop, and don't. Okay, so yeah, big dog and the Uncle Sam Cap. Respect, Jenna. I do okay. You know, I do okay. It goes up to 5. You know, but I made it to 4, and I'm gonna call it there. You know, it's kind of like a dream come true for me still, because ever since I was 8 years old, I knew this is what I wanted to do. Wherever I was in the world, I knew that this is what I was. I'm made to be a soldier. Like the soldier stuff from my youth, I always want to be a soldier. So wherever I was, so essentially living the dream. And while I'm doing the soldier thing, I start seeing the Warren Office thing and saying, "Yep." So I'm living the dream within the dream. And now I'm just too old to keep up with these young boys. You know, and I get soldiers come in my office now and I look at their file and man, they were born in 2008. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. You know, 2008, I was on my 4th deployment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the assembled. We got you, man. Good afternoon. Some more pleasantries being exchanged. Big up to Vigilante. I got that bottle of Gentleman's Jack, Vigilante. I got it in the bag. I picked up 2 on my birthday. Drank some on my birthday, and the other one is for the Arteta Stack Party or the Trophy Party. Either one. We will be here. We'll be here. Interesting afternoon here. Expecting a Navy C2 Greyhound landing at Stansted Airport in about 15. Yeah, okay. Yeah, them Navy Seals are some bad boys, you know. They're some bad boys. SEAL Team 3. Did some training with them fuckers back in the day. Yeah, some heavy hitters, man. Heavy hitters. Yeah, I know you were joking, man. I go along with the joke, you know. I wasn't so 55, 56, you know, potato. Love, man. Love. Newcastle slapped them at the top of the league table whilst we reserve the energy. I guess we will be on Sunday. We have to beat these men on Sunday, man. We cannot, for all intents and purposes, the league table, they could be over. Could be over on Sunday. Could be over. But, you know, what do we know? Keep it ready. The day is gone. I have my bottle waiting for this. Hey, my man. Love for the love. Big up Vigilante, man. Love for the love. Now, people, gonna end it there. Thank you again for another day of therapy with the Guna Nation. Big up every single one of you. Large and in charge. Thank you for your support, brother E. Ross. Love for the love, man. All good. What we're gonna do, people, is our senior BJB is doing this under the lens over on Views on Sports. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna go rate views, and we are going to get some knowledge to football history from BJB, who's been supporting our One's great club for 50 years. 50 years. Bless up, Dana. Manners and respect every time. Make sure on the walk, go out tonight the street, out tonight the Gideon. Here? Blessed all Barcelona, 8 p.m. tonight. Hey, here for it. Love for the love, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.